Julius Malema, the leader of South Africa's economic freedom fighters, is known for his outspoken views on various global issues, including Israel and the West. His stance on this matter is shaped by his anti-imperialist and Pan-Africanist ideology, which often criticize Western powers and their influence on global politics, especially in relations to Africa and the global South. Here is a breakdown of his view. Watch this video and pay attention, and I will share my thought later.
We reject the imperial forces marking the 7th of October 2023 as the day the Israeli-Palestinian war began. It was in fact yesterday, the 9th of October, that marked 1 year since the racist apartheid state of Israel embarked on a genocidal cleansing of Palestinians in Gaza, which began on the 9th of October 2023. In the past year, Israel has deployed high-graded weapons, including internationally banned phosphorus, to target civilians and destroy schools, hospitals, even century-old Palestinian heritage sites. Over 900 Palestinian family lines have been erased, with the death toll suspected to exceed 100,000, most of whom are women and children. Journalists and aid workers have also been ruthlessly targeted, while Israeli leaders openly declare their intention to obliterate Palestinian life. The complicity of the international community, particularly Western powers like the US and the UK, has been disgraceful. Despite the International Court of Justice issuing an advisory opinion to not be complacent in genocidal acts, billions in military aid have been channeled to Israel, perpetuating its war machine in what amounts to a proxy war. The EFF will continue to put pressure on South African government to cut all diplomatic ties with Israel. The EFF is engaging the Speaker of the National Assembly to ensure that the EFF motion adopted in the 6th Parliament for South Africa to cut all diplomatic ties is implemented. The EFF calls on all sectors to cancel or suspend economic relationship, trade agreements, and academic relations with Israel. We support the boycott, disinvestment, and sanctions movement. We reject the marking of 7th of October as the day the war and genocide against Palestinians began. Under the illegal occupation by Israel, Hamas legitimately resisted Israel's occupation of Palestine on that day. It was not an act of war. It is a battle for the freedom of the Palestinians. The creation of the largest open-air prison was a signal of the conditions for genocide. It has been 1 year and 76 years of occupation, apartheid, and imperial oppression. We demand an immediate ceasefire and an end to genocide. We once more condemn Israel's ongoing expansion of violence and illegal occupation in the Middle East. The Iranian missiles response to Israel's aggression against Lebanon, Syria, and the assassination of Hezbollah leader is a just and necessary defense. We send our well wishes to the people of the People's Republic of China, which observed the 70th anniversary of the founding of the Republic on the 1st of October, and we wish the people of the Republic of China well in the future as they remain committed to the peace, stability, and progress of the world.
1. Views on Israel. Malema has been a vocal critic of Israel, often accusing the country of colonialism and apartheid in its treatment of Palestinians. His stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is strongly pro-Palestinian, and he frequently draws parallels between South Africa's apartheid history and Israeli policies towards Palestinians. 2. Views on the West. Malema's view on the West are shaped by a deep distrust of Western imperialism, neoliberalism, and what he sees as a continued Western exploitation of Africa and other developing regions. Malema frequently accuses the Western countries, especially the United States and the European powers, of meddling in the affairs of sovereign nations, particularly in Africa and the Middle East. He argued that Western intervention, whether through military force or economic sanctions or political pressure, are often driven by a desire to control resources and maintain geopolitical dominance. 3. Pan-Africanism and the call for African unity. Malema's view on Israel and the West are closely tied to his broader Pan-Africanist vision, which emphasizes African unity and self-reliance as a way to resist Western and foreign domination. Malema advocates for African countries to break free from the political, economic, and military influence of the West. He envisions a united Africa that can assert its interests on the global stage without being dictated to by Western powers. These include advocating for economic policy that prioritize African self-sufficiency and reduce dependency on Western loans, aid, and trade agreements. In line with this vision, Malema encourages African leaders to be more assertive in rejecting foreign influence from both the West and other global powers like China if it comes at the cost of Africa's autonomy. He argues for African solutions to African problems, opposing external interventions that prioritize foreign interests over African welfare. Julius Malema's views on Israel and the West are rooted in his broader anti-imperialist and Pan-Africanist ideology. He sees Israel's treatment of Palestinians as a continuation of colonial oppression similar to South Africa's apartheid systems. His criticism of the West is driven by his belief that Western powers continue to exploit and interfere in African and global affairs for their own benefit. Malema advocates for African unity, independence, and self-determination as the path to resisting foreign domination and achieving true freedom for the continent. And self-determination as the path to resisting foreign domination and achieving true freedom for the continent. And there you have it, guys. Kindly like and share your thoughts in the comment box below. Until next time, cheers and have a good one.